Okay.
But the guy just wanted his paycheck at the end of the week.
All right, you guys. So I started the the Periscope. Hi, DRAD Finch. Lammy Poo, what's up, girl? Leon, Unicorn Beauty. Hi, you guys. How are you? So I'm doing a Google Hangout. I have a green screen. Look how cool this is, you guys. See, that's what's behind me. And then Lammy Poo, how's my girl doing? Have you guys done, hold on, and I'm here with Mike Alton. And, hey, that's my host. Yes. And this is Kenneth Menesi.
Oh, very good.
You like that? Hola, de Miava. Hair looks fab. Thank you so much. I am John Mitchell because I fluffed and buffed it.
Matter of fact,
The last couple of hangouts, they've just seen me looking like a hot ass mess, you guys. So this is kind of fun. Or Periscope.
You know, someone just posted on the event page. There's somebody periscoping this, so I'm gonna ping you.
Hold on one second. Who's in downtown Austin, you guys? I will be in downtown Austin later on. Yeah, I just pinged so I did the Periscope and then I pushed it through to Twitter, which is awesome, you guys, because then you can share that link to your Facebook page, which is fabulous, and then to Hangouts as well. So I feel like that's bridging the gap a little bit, you guys. It's kind of fun. I love it. So this is Mike's show, you guys. This is Mike Alton. He is in the process of writing 8 blogs. Look at him. He doesn't look like it, but he totally is. That's my standing joke with Mike. Mike has written 8 blogs since you started talking.
It's not untrue.
And it's not untrue. And then, of course, you are... Oh, hey, Mike, says Unicorn Beauty. Mike, are you on Periscope?
Yes, I am, at Mike Alton.
And is it Mike _ Alton or just Mike Alton?
Oh, you know what? There may be an underscore.
I think there is, brother. Even I know your brand. I'm just saying. So go... And Kathy's Charm says, I know your brand. So, yeah, go follow Mike _ ALLTON. He's got some good stuff. And then that's a great Google Hangouts picture. Isn't that fun, you guys? So, yeah, Kenneth has pointed out that I am being stingy with my wine glasses. So we are waiting for our guest of honor, along with, this is a guest of honor. I'm a guest of honor. That's our host. And we're going to talk about some entrepreneurship today, right, Mike? Hi, Dawn Catherine. How are you, sweetie? So, you guys, I may do this. I don't know, Mike. Let's see how we do. We don't want to be distracting because I won't be able to answer you during the show. But if you guys want to go over to Twitter, the Mia Connect, I posted a link that has the show link, and you can go watch it on Google Hangouts. Somebody said they think they just followed you too. So, yeah, you need to follow him. Mike does some great content. If you guys aren't on Triber, by the way, TRIBERR, you need to get up on that, right, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do it right. You go, mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're blogging, you gotta be on Triber.
Yeah, if you're blogging, you must be on Triber. It's an excellent way to, one, increase your tribe. That's hence the name Triber. And then you can,
why not?
hey, and then you get, hey, Nazim is there. And then you get all your content pushed out to these great people that are following you, that they're interested in your content. I mean, that's the best way. And then I also have my YouTube channel hooked up to it. Hi, brother. I have my YouTube channel hooked up to it. So as soon as I do any videos or do Periscopes, that just pushes right out too, and then people share that, and it's really easy to share, don't you think, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that $5 promote is a bargain.
It's Triber, TRIBERR. Go check it out. Yeah, talk about now here. Have you been doing this for a while, Mia? I have been doing Google Hangouts for 2 years. I had a YouTube show called the Mia Connect Power Chat, and now I am doing Mia on the go and doing different interviews, and I'm lucky enough to be the first guest. The donut burger was bizarre. Triber. Howdy, says Callie Bourne. Yeah, I interviewed a guy that made donut burgers the other day, Mike, and it was awesome. But yeah, so tell us about your series, Mike.
Yeah, we're doing 4 shows every Monday in July, so we're really celebrating Mondays this month, and we're doing entrepreneurship, writing and blogging, social media, and search.
Nice.
And I just couldn't be more happy with all of you who have agreed to be on this show, you and Kenneth, and Guy, of course, this week. And next week, we've got Demian Farnworth, copy blogger, who's like the best one on the planet.
Yes.
Wade Harmon. And
wait.
Kevin Lee.
Hey, Jason Burglar, you can't hear him? Hold on a second. Hello. Hey, big hello to Mike, by the way. That was from Nazim. They can't hear him because he's so sultry sounding. We need to get that. All right, Mike. When I think Mike Alton, I think sultry.
The dulcet tone.
The dulcet tone, Mike Alton. Exactly. So yeah, Damian Farnsworth is awesome. Wade Harmon, relationship marketing. Rebecca Radice, you're gonna have her on too.
Yeah. So the social media week, we're talking to Jeff
Just
C,
quiet.
Rebecca Radice, and Dustin W. Stout.
Holla. I love me some Dustin Stout too.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I think it's because it sounds kind of muffled. So why don't you just yell out like a mofo, Mike?
And the last week, we're talking to David, Evelyn.
Monday. So if you guys have not done Google Hangouts before, this is what's fun. Grab a bullhorn, says Jake. So you guys have to go follow Jason Bergler. If you are not, he is Sop Cop. He's friggin' hilarious. Jason, I think we're going to be heading down to New Orleans. I'm bringing my Israeli and possibly some other people coming down to, is Guy here yet? Not yet. The ShamWow. You need to yell like ShamWow, apparently. So this is oh, Mike, can I put on my tiara? Is that okay?
Oh, yeah.
All right, watch this, you guys. This is what this is. Yes, we must hang. Yeah, now when it comes to me. Hold on. Here comes the tiara. If you guys haven't seen the Google, yeah, there. Oh, don't talk about Guy Kawasaki, you guys, though. That's not cool. Because he's right there. Hey, Guy.
Hey, Guy.
Can you hear us? Hey.
The party's here.
Now it's a party, right? Can you? I don't think he can hear us. So don't talk about him.
Oh, there we go.
Hey. Hey.
I'm gonna move because I need a better background. So
Yeah, Cardinal rule. I like the party here sign though.
Oh, that works.
It's Guy, Unicorn Beauty says. So you'll all be interviewing Guy. I am John Mitchell. Well, Mike is going to be interviewing all of us, you guys. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship. Hey, Guy, we're doing a Periscope. Have you done those yet?
you're doing a Periscope while you're on a hangout?
I know that things are going to break up. Things are going to blow up.
Scene from the Matrix.
Kind of is. So, yeah. Now, all of a sudden, you're having to see the makeup. So, your tiara is off. Mine or Guy's?
I was just shifting.
Oh, yeah. I had my crown on, too. Yeah, that's what it does. All right. Mike, do you need to do any housekeeping? I'll shut up and just do my Periscope.
Yeah. I got nothing.
Yep. I got nothing. Oh, now he's moving. He's on. This is called Guy Kawasaki on the go.
This is no better. I gotta get the light in the
Oh, you got to get, yeah. Can you, 4 minutes. What island am I on with the nice blue sky? What do you guys think? I think this is Greece. Santorini. How early before you jump in the Hangouts wants Unicorn Beauty wants to know. Ooh, that's good, Guy.
Yeah, that's much better.
Jell says you got to shut the blinds, Guy. The peanut gallery. I jump in a half an hour before my shows, you guys. Mike, when do you, we did a half an hour before, right?
Yeah, and that's because I'm in a loft, third floor loft, so I've got a mix of natural light and artificial light, but the natural light is always different. So I like to get in with plenty of time to know if I need to turn all my lights on, or some of my lights. If I need to have a spotlight on, I don't even know until it's game time. And
Yeah, you can't tell.
I actually have a lot of natural light.
Oh, it looks wonderful. Yes, John Menschel. I have talked to Guy before. He was on my show with Peg last year, and it was before. I think you guys were still working on the book last May, right, Guy? Was the book out yet? I don't know if you can hear me. Hello to Kenneth from Milan, says Kazukiezi. That guy looks good. That looks good, Guy, he says. Okay. Apparently the crowd says you look good.
I'm in my bedroom now.
Where the magic happens.
I'm on my bed.
Oh, I like the poster. That's awesome. Well, we have 18 people that are just here to stare at all of us.
Wait, I gotta find a better position.
Are you going to do some behind-the-scenes bonus questions for us? I might. What do you think, Mike? It's not Mia on the go, Mike. It's the Guy on the go. It really is.
I'm stealing your thunder, Mia.
Hey, if anybody's going to steal my thunder, it's this guy. All right?
How's this for a background?
Let's see.
Oh, wait, this is my daughter's room.
Oh my
What do you
God.
think?
I think that's awesome. I think we should try and
We're launching your new line of children's books.
yeah, give us Periscope or special love. Hey, Guy, can you give everybody a shout out on Periscope? Give them. What is this conference about? It's going to be about entrepreneurship. This guy, Mike Alton, is going to be talking about it. I'm Mia Voss. That's Kenneth Menacee. I love the interwebs, and that is Guy Kawasaki. I'm just saying.
I cannot find a good place in this house.
I take it I'm on my cross-country journey. Yes, I know. Who knew the guy was such a boy band fan, says Randall S. Chase.
How about for the new Sub-Zero guy?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's at my house. I'm at my beach house right now.
These are uptown problems. Guy on the move. The one with the poster was perfect. Hey, Guy, that was the popular one, by the way.
What?
The one with the boy bands in the background. That seemed to do it for everybody.
It wasn't comfortable.
Yeah. John Mia's the oh, thank you, Maury. I appreciate that. You guys go follow each other. Go follow. There he is.
Selena Gomez. But I am going to master this.
Hey, Guy, where's your beach house?
Pajaro Dunes. It's in Watsonville, California.
Nice. Which beach? They said. He just answered. That's awesome. Hey, guys, I'm going to leave this Periscope on. We just won't be able to answer if you guys don't mind. You just guys just tune in and watch, and we're going to watch the magic happen. Right, Mike?
I think this is as good as I'm going to get.
Okay. Feel comfortable?
I have my laptop on top of my dog's bowl.
You guys don't want to know what's behind the black curtain.
It's extra acoustical value.
That's hilarious.
All right. Well, if everyone's ready, I'm just going to kick it off.
Okay.
Good?
You want us to mute, Mike?
I will. Just in case. Okay, guys, I'm muted, but you're going to see it you're going to see it get started. I know it's hard to hear you guys, so.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Sight Cell Presents. I'm your host, Mike Alton, and today we're talking about entrepreneurship. And I'm incredibly excited to be joined by three brilliant entrepreneurs. I'll introduce each, and then we'll get into some questions for the panel. But before I do, I'd like to remind all of you watching live that this is your big chance.
Hey,
If there's
Aoife, will you turn
something
the
you'd
sound
like to
up?
learn or hear about entrepreneurship, leave a comment, and we'll try to get to it. With that, let's say hello to our guest. Guy Kawasaki
Turn
is
the
the
sound
chief
up.
evangelist of Canva, an online graphic design tool that I use every single day. Formerly advisor to the CEO of Motorola and chief evangelist of Apple, he's written 13 books, including The Art of Social Media, Power Tips for Power Users, The Art of the Start, What the Plus, Google Plus for the Rest of Us, and Enchantment, The Art of Changing Hearts, Minds, and Actions. Hello, Guy, and welcome to the show.
Hi. Thank you for having me, Mike.
My pleasure. And then we have Mia Voss. She's a professional show host, interviewer, and video content brand host. She's produced and appeared in over 300 programs on YouTube, and I have been fortunate enough to have been her guest on multiple occasions. Her energized interview style brings out the best in her guests, engages and entertains the audience, and always provides infotainment. Hello, Mia, and welcome to the show.
Brother Mike Alton, how are you?
Fantastic.
It's good to
Good
be
to have
here.
you here.
Thank you. Congrats, by the way. First show.
Thank you very much. And then finally, let me introduce Kenneth Menacee, Sr., who is a micro-entrepreneur specialist with over 25 years of business experience. He's provided help to small business owners and organizations to implement sustainable, positive transformation. And his approach with CEOs, executives, managers, professionals,
I know that was
and
cracking
startup
me up, you guys.
entrepreneurs gets them to realize personal success and
I can hear you.
profitability and join the 5%. Hello, Ken, and welcome to the show.
Hey, Mike. How you doing? This is exciting. Glad to be here.
Thank you very much. Great, so now that we're all introduced, let's get to it. We'll start off in a round-robin format, giving you each a chance to take a swing at a question, and I'm sure by the end we will have abandoned all form and format. And throughout the time, certainly if there are questions from the audience, I'll be checking the comment tracker, and if any of you see one come up that you want to take a swing at, just let me know. So first, I'd love it if the audience, of course, could get to know each of you a little bit better as it relates to entrepreneurship. Can you tell us when it was that you first thought of yourself as an entrepreneur and what that meant to you? And Guy, we'll just start with you.
Yeah, so, I don't have this great story that I had lemonade stand at 9 and, all that kind of stuff and delivered papers and all that. I had a really sort of
No, I'm not getting a tattoo.
normal, if there is such a thing as a normal lower middle class upbringing.
Just bear with me, guys.
I probably really got hooked on the concept when I attended Stanford in Silicon Valley. And when you come to Silicon Valley from Honolulu, it's kind of an eye-opening experience. If you're from Hawaii, you think the top of the career in Hawaii would be you manage a hotel or you manage a retail store or something, and then you go to Hawaii and you see people running. You go to California and you see people running Intel and National Semiconductor and HP and all that, and like all your horizons open up. And so it's probably at Stanford that I decided I wanted to start a company and join the Silicon Valley thing.
Cool. Very cool. And Mia, how about you?
Dude, really? You're going to make me talk after Guy Kawasaki? I'm just going to sit here like, whatever he said. So I call myself an accidental entrepreneur, definitely. I think anything that I've done has just been like, oh, that might be a good idea. I was working full time. I started as an insurance agent when I was 18, and I actually loved that industry. I thought it was so fun. And then I moved to New York City and got kind of distracted by shiny bright lights, as you do when you're in your 20s. And then when I moved out to Colorado in '95, dabbled a little bit working in the architecture industry, more as more of an admin type of thing, and then. This accidental job came together of me becoming a building inspector, which I still do, by the way. I remove the tiara and I put on a hard hat. Seriously. Yeah, guess that one, right, Guy? But, that business they kept hiring me back. They're like, we know you're picky and you type fast. Why don't you come with us on these job sites and help us pick out flaws in buildings? And I started doing that in 2001. And finally in 2003, when I kept getting hired consistently, I was like, all right, this must be it. But I also figured out after the crash in 2009 that I really was just more a well-paid sort of employee, because I didn't have a business plan in place that actually worked while it wasn't working. So I was working my ass off, going to job sites and all these cool places, but I had a little bit of a business plan set up. So yeah, that was kind of when I knew I was an entrepreneur, is when I started getting hired consistently, if that makes sense.
Cool. All right. Ken?
Well, living in Southern California, it's all about catching waves. And not that I'm a surfer or even pretend to surf, but what ended up happening way back in the 80s, there was this huge wave that started. And I was just lucky enough to get on the wave. The wave was, at the time, auto detailing. And in Newport Beach, California, this guy opens up. Look at Guy, he's laughing. He's what I'm talking about. This guy called Steve's Auto Detailing opens up right on PCH down in Newport Beach.
I think it did on the Hangout, John.
Wave starts. And I get this friend that gives me a call and says, hey, listen, I got this
I'll do a show on Hangouts,
Honda
you guys.
Prelude. Now, if you can even remember what those Honda Prelude trunks were, they're about the size of, maybe a small suitcase. So out of the back of his car, we started auto detailing. And that wave literally was the thing that kind of pushed me into entrepreneurship. And it was really at that time, I was like, man, I really love this stuff. I really love doing this kind of work. And that was the beginning for me. And literally after a couple of years of getting that mobile auto detailing ship into a permanent location and really starting to see how business works, I got bit by the bug. So for me, it was that first wave that I caught. That's how I got started in this whole entrepreneurship. And then for the next 5 years, I tried to learn how to spell entrepreneurship. I mean, that's a hard word to spell, let's be honest.
More of those French words.
It's that EU that gets you every time, right? P-R-E-E.
Right. Now, it's interesting because the one thing I didn't hear any of you say was, Well, I just went to Kickstarter and floated an idea and got $25,000, and that's how I started my business. So, what do you think about that? I mean, that seems to be all the trend these days is, come up with an idea and get some money before you have a real business. Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think that's a recipe for long-term success?
I think it's fantastic. I think Kickstarter and Indiegogo are great developments. It removes us. It democratizes fundraising.
Thanks.
It's non-dilutive. It it proves that people want to, eat the dog food, not just invest in future dog food. And I think because of the lower cost of entrepreneurship with cloud-based computing, free tools, open source, social media, it's much easier and faster and cheaper to start a company. And for the several $100,000 you might need, Kickstarter and Indiegogo is a much better way for most people than venture capital.
Yeah. And, I also believe that what Peter Drucker says, the purpose of a business is to create a customer. And on these platforms, you can immediately find out in the marketplace if this is a viable product or service. And before you empty your 401, borrow all the money from your relatives, you get an opportunity to really take a look at the marketplace and say, is this idea viable? And let's face it, if you can get people to say they're willing to pay for that, then you've got a customer started, and then it's just about the launch.
And I'll jump in on that too. I think the only caveat I would add though is I think that people just have to make sure that they've got the purpose down, because the only thing that I was kind of like when you ask that question is I think that at times it can just seem you don't really go through the pain of having skin in the game, so to speak. So I think you just have to make sure that you've really got your purpose down, or that you're like, okay, this is what I want to do. But I do also like the idea that you can fail without as much, losing your 401k and things like that. And on the other part of it too, I like is that with everybody else having skin in the game, they're watching you and they're like, hey, are you on the up and up? Are you doing this the right way? And they can give you good feedback on it too.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, Guy and Kent, you both mentioned some of the things that are different today, like there's the availability of cloud and other internet, social media things that are available to entrepreneurs. What do you think are some of the unique challenges that entrepreneurs face today that maybe they didn't face 10 or even 5 years
ago? I'll let my colleague go first. I need to think.
I'm going to jump in. I think visibility. The same thing like I was just saying. You right now, you have this visibility, and so you can't... I actually got to talk before Guy. I'm sorry. I'm just going to soak that up for a second. I feel good. No, I think visibility is a lot. You have it has to have a lot more transparency. We didn't have that as much. So you could sort of fail quietly or without as much fanfare, except for the people around you. So I would say that's more than anything. You're kind of out there. You're sort of balls out a little bit more than it used to be when you can have this quiet thing. But on the flip side, you've got the bullhorn that you can use to just blast that out when you're doing really well.
And there's no doubt about it. You've got to be marketing in the times that we live in. And for any business to thrive in today's marketplace, you're going to have to not only consider, but make part of your plan social.
Yes, I said balls out.
Mike, you and I have talked, and we've gone at lengths with Zmot and why it is that people buy now, and more importantly, the landscape in which we get our information.
Thanks, Brian.
Actually find the product or service that is the right product or service. It's all about now who you know and who's got the product. Obviously, people still buy from people, so being social and having your social platform set up for success is key in these times that we live in.
Preach it.
Guy, are you there? We don't have a video feed.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I don't have anything valuable to add. I have meaningless crap I could add, but nothing valuable.
Your meaningless crap is other people's treasure, though, Guy, Just saying.
If I could only monetize meaningless crap.
Well, it's been said that what gets scheduled gets done, and I know Nia is fond of talking about GSD. So, what, if anything, do you do to keep focused and productive each day?
A lot of alcohol. It's really great. Just kidding. I'd say meditating. How about you guys? I start with that.
Well, I'm a fan of if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist. So everything that I do is about capturing it first in writing. And for me, that's the start point for everything I do. A number of years ago, I was introduced to the idea that you plan the work and then work the plan. And if you don't have a plan in writing, there's nothing to work. You're just flying by the seat of your pants. It's about being very intentional. And for me, it's about being very purposeful with the work that I do. So for me, it's at the very beginning is you got to have it in writing. And I'm not talking about a business plan because at the end of the day, a business plan you may need if you can prove that your business is profitable, but you need to be very strategic in marketing and also in your intentions each day about the work that you're doing. So that's my 2 cents.
I love strategic plans and then having the process maps that go with it. I'm a huge nerd for process. That doesn't mean I'm always doing it, but I at least have it written out. I had to have a process for doing Google Hangouts because they were so intricate that having this process map that I could just do boom, boom, boom and get through them. Evernote's been awesome for me. And Mike, every time we've had those shows about tools, we loved it. Like, because everybody's got these different tools that you can use. Everybody's brain works differently, so it's good to hear what works for them. But Evernote, I absolutely love, and I know you do.
Yeah, I'm in Evernote every day. Because blogging obviously is really important to me. So every idea that I have for a blog post, every idea I have from there.
I have nothing written down. I have no email from somebody offering a total off, and
Blogs, books. What do you guys think about that? Are there particular entrepreneurs, within an entrepreneurship field that you like to read? Do you think it's a good idea?
I'll take a jump on that because a long time ago, I was introduced to the idea that leaders are learners. And as soon as you stop learning, you stop leading. And so some 20 years ago, one of my coaches told me, listen, Ken, you need 3 things. You need to follow thought leaders. And that's one of the reasons why I started following Guy Kawasaki. And then he said, you need to talk to your mentors. And third, you need to hire a coach if you want to get some traction fast. So thought leaders, mentors, and coaches, and always be learning. That's for me one of the things that I'm just consumed with, and that is, what are thought leaders saying? What is Guy saying? And I follow his stuff. I mean, I want to be in the know. So, and then for me, mentors, people that are having success in my industry, in my field, I'm talking to them on a regular basis. And then if I ever get stuck or if I need to get to the next level, hire a coach. Those are the 3 things that I'm making sure I'm always doing.
Spend some money on yourself, right?
Best investment in town.
Hey, Guy, just to let you know, everybody on the Periscope says he's got Peg Fitzpatrick. He's going to be just fine. That's from Eileen Smith, and I am
that's
Sean
true.
Mitchell.
I was going to say that.
I don't have a peg, but
so much of my efforts have to do with social media, and so much of my social media has to do with feeding the content monster. So every day I need to find a lot of good stories. So I am reading voraciously. I am reading, my Facebook timeline, my Google Plus timeline. I have all top that's organized by specific topics. I almost everything NPR puts out, I think, is reshareable. So as a result of my need to fill the content monster, feed the content monster, I am reading voraciously. That's all I ever do, really.
I read The Martian because of you, by the way.
Isn't that a great book?
Yeah, it's amazing. They're putting out the movie too. But I remember that was last year. I think you're on the show and you're like, read The Martian. I'm like, boom. I got right into Amazon and read it.
I'll tell you, The Martian, no kidding. The Martian is I think that I enjoyed that book more than any other book in my life, really. I think, I hate to tell, Shakespeare and all these other people, but man, The Martian is the one that really.
That guy did it for you.
Hey, Guy, for people don't know, talk about Ape for a minute, because that's right on point for this show, too.
Yeah, good point, Jay.
So Ape is a book that I wrote. It's called Author, Publisher, Entrepreneur. And it's basically, I self-published a couple books, and I learned so much about self-publishing that wasn't really out there documented. So with Sean Welch, we co-wrote a book about how to self-publish a book. Not just write it, not just publish it, but also market it. And it really helped a lot of people because, the publishing business is very much in flux, completely democratized also. Now you don't have to suck up to New York publishers. I mean, you can publish your own book. And that is a really great thing. I mean, that's like, everybody has a printing press now. It's not just Gutenberg. It's a whole new world out there.
And Mike, just to piggyback on that, what Guy said, which at a 30,000-foot view, I started to learn very quick in business, and that is this. I didn't have time to start the question with how. I really need to start the question with who. And like Guy said, when I started the question with how do I do this? How do I learn this? How do I figure this all out? And when I pivot my question started with who's already doing this? Who knows how to do this in this space? Who are the people that are finding success? And then start following them. Or like when Guy put the book out, I was the very first one that asked to be part of the tribe that was able to look at it and stuff like that, because I wanted to know what he had learned. I wanted to figure out, okay, he's already figured it out. He's already spent the time, energy, and effort. Now I can capitalize on that. And because of looking for the people who are in the industry that have already done that, I can find entrepreneurship and speed up a lot faster instead of trying to figure it all out. I just don't have time anymore. I mean, I'm 50 years old, but that's a different story altogether. But but if I can figure out who first before how, it's a quicker way to success.
Can I piggyback?
Ken, seriously, how do you figure out who, though? I mean, because there's a lot of people who are full of shit. Nobody exactly says, I'm full of shit. Everybody says they're an expert. So how do you separate the experts from the full of shit people?
Yeah, isn't that a good one? First of all,
because I might be full of shit. I might have fooled you.
Well, to go back to the idea of thought leaders, mentors, and coaches, my mentors are the ones that have literally over the years have been the reason why I've found any success. I'm not the smartest person in this room. There's no doubt about it. What I like to say is the only grade I got straight A's in was kindergarten. So after that, it was all downhill. But I learned early on in entrepreneurship how to ask the right question. And how to ask the right question was, who is finding success in this, and who can I learn from, going back to leaders or learners. And knowing that thought leaders like yourself, and Guy, I consider you a thought leader because you have not only the knowledge, but you have the experience. And those two things, a lot of people have knowledge without experience. So they can, it's the kind of people that use the words, but they're in the wrong context. The people that have the experience are those that have the knowledge and the experience. So to answer your question, I look for those two things. Track record, obviously, the experience of people that have been in business, that know how business works, that are operating in business right now because things happen so fast and change happens so fast. The people that are still in business right now are, seeing the things that are happening, marketing, social, all those things. So for me, to answer your question, Guy, it's about experience and knowledge. I look for those two things.
I'm going to jump in on that.
Right. I couldn't have written and published 8
without
years
that book.
As a first-time author, who'd have bought it? You know, they're buying it from somebody who's got a dozen books under his belt, and then they're like, oh yeah, he obviously knows what he's talking about. So that makes sense.
I loved Enchantment. That was definitely my favorite.
Yeah,
can I jump in on that too? The way I choose too, because a lot of people love to share things that are just based on it's kind of cute and well, I just want to share it to get the attention of the influencer that's written the content. But what I go for is my A-list of people like you, Mike, and all of you guys. I love having like, okay, I'm following what you're doing. So I kind of go to my small team of people. I love their style that they have anyway. So if there's an influencer they're reading, Ifat Cohen, who I'm here with, I always follow what she shares. So I kind of, it's a little bit of a cheating, but it's more like if these are what my friends and my influencers and my A-team people are reading, that's who I want to follow. And they don't have time for the bullshit. So they're going to be reading people that they love their content. Right. That's my point.
Like I said before, that's exactly why we're here, because I know you guys know what you're talking about, and the audience wants to learn from us. It's that kind of that shortcut that Kenneth was talking about. Along those lines, Nicholas Cardot had a question. Let me see if I can bring it up here. He says, what are your primary marketing strategies for your online businesses? How are you acquiring new clients or customers?
Work in progress. WIP.
Well, I think it's all about the move, isn't it? I mean, if you're going to be in business, you're moving people. And if you're using social, the idea of social is about moving people. It's moving them from relational to the transactional. And, that's what a lot of the things that we see that people are having success with social do. And that is they are not doing social, they're being social. And that process, I mean, at the end of the day, people still buy from people. I mean,
Yeah.
So we buy from people we know, like, and trust. We're on social media platforms where it's, following again the know, like, and trust, and those are the people we're going to buy from. So for me, it's really about, am I providing, and we can all go through this, are we providing value, right? I mean, that's one of the things about social. Are we giving something that is more than just our opinion, but based on our experience? Are we communicating, hey, listen, this does work. This book, Ape, is going to help you solve that problem. That's why you need to check it out, buy it. So that's, for me, how social works. It's about the move.
I think it's definitely also the authenticity that you bring. So if you're always being very clear about you're not blowing smoke up anybody's ass, because I can say that, right, Mike? Because I just did. You're always going to be very authentic, and that if you're a cheerleader for something, you're going to be really consistent about it. And then you do have the know, like, trust factor. I love that, though, moving from relationship to transactional. That is a little bit of a slippery slope. So I think there's also something to be said for always having your consistent message, what it is that you do, and then you can kind of ebb and flow with what's popular. Like right now we're doing Periscope, or we're using these different things, like trial and error, just to see what works to get attention and get your message out there without being too promotional. That's a balance. That's what I have.
You have anything to add?
Yeah, well, for me, the question started off with about, getting customers and stuff, right? And for me, social media is just such the game changer, because it's basically fast and free, and it's everywhere. And it's also a meritocracy, because you could be like a Fortune 500 brand, and you really can't buy social media credibility. Now, don't get me wrong, paying for Facebook promotion is effective, and obviously the deeper pocket can promote more. But unless you want to cross the line and start buying likes and followers, it's all about the quality of your posts. And I think that is a good thing, because I could never buy a Super Bowl commercial, but I bet you I can post better than most people who are running Super Bowl commercials. Yes, Eileen,
you're the woman.
So that's why I love social media. I think it's such the great equalizer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Now, at SiteSell, every one of our customers are entrepreneurs. They're all working hard to build a business for themselves and kind of transform their corner of the internet. So what final advice would you have for someone today, given the incredible amount of choices that we were just talking about, the opportunities people have to create and build and promote a business online?
That's a tough one. Okay, I'll take a swing at it. At the end of the day, when we buy something and we take the money out of our pocket, that hard-earned dollar that we spent all week, earning, we want to know that we're giving to somebody or for a product or service that is really going to give us the benefits of that. And if you're going to launch out into business, the one thing that I say that you need to be an expert about is your buyer. And, when you become an expert of your buyer, really knowing that your product or service really just fits them and really gives them value, really gives them something that is going to solve their problem, is really going to, at the end of the day, change their life, then you've done something with your life and your business that so many people hope for. And that is, to coin a phrase, ding the universe. You literally have done the work.
Dent, not ding. Dent.
Yeah, sorry. I'm an Android guy. Sorry. Anyways.
At least he didn't say ping.
Ding dang. Anyways, so it's really about your business is not about you. It's about your customers, about solving their problems, about giving them benefits. And at the end of the day, if you become an expert on your buyers and really know them and can really solve their problem and give them a huge amount of value, your products give the benefits that you say that you do, then you can really do something in this space of entrepreneurship that can not only benefit you and your family and your lifestyle and leave a legacy, but at the end of the day, really cause people to say, you know what? Mike Alton has the products and the services that are genuine, authentic, and really do work. And I recommend that people go to SiteSell and start there, because that, at the end of the day, is what this is about. And you've done your homework, Mike. We know that. We talked about that. And more importantly, we know that the product is going to do and deliver on its promise. So that's, for me, what I see it as.
Boom. I like that.
Yeah, Guy, anything to add there?
Go ahead.
Guy.
What can I say? I think it's all about empowering people. That's what I want to do. That's why I live. So I want to empower people with my writing, my books, my presentations, and we'll let everything else get sorted out at the end. But that's what I do.
So I'll go on a take of what Kenneth said and make it even more simple. I think if you can figure out what lights you up, figuring out that I had to have fun in everything that I do really made my life a lot easier in what I do. And then if you can match up what lights you up and what's your big why with a pain point or something you solve for other people, you're winning. That's my boiled down, dumbed down version of it. So
great. No, that's fantastic tips from everyone. So what I'd like for each of you to do is just share real quick before we leave what it is that you're working on today, and where people can find you, what they should go do. And Guy, why don't you go first?
Yeah, so right now I'm the chief evangelist of a company called Canva out of Sydney, Australia. It is an online graphics design service. So think of it as a fast, free, and easy version of Photoshop. Basically, we've created all the kinds of templates and designs in advance. And, when I started my career in the Macintosh division, I was trying to democratize computing. And now I'm going to end my career democratizing design. So I want to enable people to create great designs quickly and cheaply. That's what I do.
It really is awesome. And you can look at this show, this whole series. Every graphic I made with Canva, and I'm not graphic.
Oh, really? Cool.
Oh, yeah, every graphic. So, because you put me in front of Photoshop, it'd be 3 days later, and it's getting better.
Canva was made for you and me, Mike.
It was. Thank you, Melanie.
Right.
Ken, final thoughts?
It was interesting. I was sitting here listening to Guy a minute ago, and going back to this thought about, leaders or learners and stuff. One of the things I heard Guy say, and it was interesting because when I think of leaders, here's the thing that I recognize in leaders, and that is that they have the ability to inspire you. And it was interesting as Guy was kind of talking, he talked about that. And so if people are not following God, obviously they need to, but it's interesting that he said that, he looks to do just that, figure out ways to inspire more, to help more people. And those are the kind of people that you really want to, have as a thought leader, have as a mentor, hire as a coach, because they're the people that are going to invest in you. And that's important for any business. For me, I didn't know a lot about entrepreneurship. I shared that I caught a wave, but hey, let's face it, at the time I was young, was, just 18 years old. I really didn't understand this. I didn't even understand what was happening. It was happening so fast. And now, fast forward 30 years, having 5 different businesses and 4 different industries, I'm starting to see that for the first time now at 50, how business works. And to me, that's the key. So many people get into the driver's seat and they turn on the radio, get the window down, look at me, and I'm an entrepreneur. And one of the things that happened to me, and again, is my story, was that I got in the driver's seat too soon, and I really didn't understand how business worked. I was focusing on marketing, what we call the 2 big gauges, the marketing, the profit growth, kind of like your RPMs and your miles per hour. But I didn't know about the other 5 gauges that for me were more important. And if anybody's had kids and have taught their kids how to drive, you're going to get the telephone. Hey, Dad, the car doesn't start. It's not moving. It's making these weird sounds. That was my big aha, because I realized then that how business works, those 5 other gauges, and if you think about your car, the 5 gauges that really are going to help you get your destination, your gas gauge, your water gauge, your oil gauge, your alternate gauge, all of those things are really the 5 things that are more important. And what we've seen now is over the last 20 years that entrepreneurs that understand how business works, they understand the 5 things, we call them the 5 mindsets, they're the ones that join the 5% faster. So this is what I do now. I help entrepreneurs understand strategic, systemic, inspirational, duplication, and servant style leadership so that their business can not just start, but thrive. At the end of the day, Mike, 70% of our economy is ran from micro entrepreneurs that have 1 to 5 employees. And for a lot of entrepreneurs, they kind of get stuck there. They want to get to the next level, but they're stuck there. So we help them transition out of the micro into a small business so that if you want to have 100 or 500 employees, you can make that shift. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what I love. And I also love Canva because we use that for all of our clients and for everything I do too, because again, I'm not the smartest person in the room and I don't have time to learn Photoshop either. So I love the product, Guy. Good job.
Thank you. I didn't mean to turn this into a Canva commercial.
Well, we're all Canvangelists, Guy.
That's right.
Thank you.
Right.
Mia, what are you working on, and where can people find you?
I am working on 3 things. So as you guys know, I'm doing videos based on doing 2 years of shows. So I'm putting together short, fun interview style videos for clients who are afraid to get in front of the camera, because that's the number one fear is speaking in front of a crowd. Version of that is video. And then I'm also helping people set up their own broadcast tower with the How to Give Great Video product, which is fun. And then speaking of 50, so as part of my 50 in 2015 right here, I am doing Mia on the Go. So I'm launching a new website, which is Mia on the Go. I'm spending a month down here in Austin, eating and drinking my way through Austin and having kind of experiential adventures. And I'll be putting out interviews and periscopes for the people that I talk with. And then I did Italy for 3 weeks about 2 months ago, and that was fun. And I think I'm going to La Jolla. So I'm doing an RV trip from Denver to Toronto, and it's just Mia on the Go. So That's
But
it.
you're not actually in Greece. No.
I'm not actually in Greece, but what was fun is I was able to create a product that I can take with me because I can do clients using Google Hangouts, so I can be me on the go and still make my money because Mama loves shoes. You like that?
Hey, Mike, can I just say something? You know, it's I know we're obviously here on Foresight Cell, but what Mia said was so important. If people didn't hear that, and that is that marketing the times that we live in, video is so important. And if somebody's struggling with that, reach out to Mia. She's got a handle on that, and she really understands it. She gets it, and more importantly, I've done some work on the backside of some stuff, and I've seen Mia worked with some stuff that's done, and that is important for business to get out there. Kind of like what Guy was saying, the C-suite is no longer behind the curtain or up in an ivory tower. It's being social. It's being attainable, and video does that. So for those entrepreneurs that are thinking about what step they need to go with social, contact Mia. I mean, it's important for business. It really is.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother man. And it's the
Can
Mia
I
Connect.
give a tip on top of that tip?
Yeah.
So my tip on top of that tip is, if you're gonna do video, be sure you upload it natively to Facebook.
Amen
Don't
to that.
just upload it to YouTube and embed your YouTube video in Facebook. You should upload natively. You're disagreeing?
No, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, preach on it. And I love it that
Okay.
it counts as a view after 3 seconds, Guy. No, I'm not why would I disagree with you? No,
So
absolutely.
My experience is that if you upload a video to Facebook natively versus embed the same video via YouTube, it's like 4 or 5 times better in terms of reach if you upload natively.
It is, and I'll tip on the tip. You also should upload it to your business page, and then you can add a call to action on it, and then share it to your personal page. Boom. Good tip, though, Guy. I love it.
I don't have a personal page.
Honey, you're Guy Kawasaki. Like, really. You get your own rules. Come on. That's awesome.
Cool. Well, this has been fantastic. That's it for the show. I want to humbly thank you guys, Guy, Mia, Ken. You've been so generous in sharing your time and your wisdom. And I also want to thank everyone in the audience for listening, and I hope you've learned as much as I have. And I want to just invite you to join us next month at 12 Eastern.
Oh, there he is.
Barnworth, Wayne Harmon, and Kevin Lee to talk about one of my favorite topics, writing and blogging. All right?
Hey, and Bain wants to say goodbye too. So.
Oh my God, I love him so much. Woof. Paw bump, Bain.
Thanks,
Paw bump.
Thanks, Mike. Bye.
Thank you, Mike.
There.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay.
We still have 9 viewers, you guys. Yeah.
Mia, you got, as soon as you get that product out there, let me know, okay? I'd be more than happy to get people on that bandwagon because that's so important. And I love your style. You have this natural talent of making people feel comfortable and at ease. And you're so, it's probably, I don't know your background, from your birth order or something like that, but you have that ability to be quick and on it. And I know being having 3 other brothers and being the middle child, I mean, I have a very sharp, sarcastic tongue, which I had to learn to retrain because it was all about cutting someone down. I realized that doesn't help anybody. So, but you have that talent, that ability to be quick and have the go-to. So use it. It's awesome. So
thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. I know you guys have been around since the beginning for me too. So yeah, and it's actually up. If you go to the Mia Connect, I've got 2 pages. One is for promotional video, and then the other is how to give great video, and that one is just more of a course you can take online too. So you guys, everybody loved. We still have a bunch of people. Kenneth Rock says Nazim. So many people missed out on this Periscope. Everyone share this with your peeps. Thanks, John Mitchell. He was such a Joe Cruz and John Mitchell loved all of this. So I think that was fun for them to see the backstory, the behind.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, lots of great comments. So. Yeah.
So how many blogs did you write, Mark? Mike during that?
Are you kidding?
50.
40 minutes with the 3 of you. I've got the rest of the year.
Yes.
Bill.
Everybody says excellent show. This is so fun for people to sort of see this behind the scenes, Mike, of your first show too. So nice. Hey, can you tell me about SiteSell real quick, brother? Do you still believe in timestamping on YouTube video go-to solutions? Yes, I do. And Mike, I know you're going to timestamp this, right?
Oh yeah.
All right. In case you guys don't know what that is, that's literally when you just go through and you go like at minute 12, Mike introduces me at this 12, Guy Kawasaki. You know, yes, Guy did drop out. Guy ghosts. He's a ghoster. He's out. Boom.
Yeah. In and out.
He ain't got time.
I don't even think there's any more room on comments for this. Hang on, I'm just trying to scroll down. How many comments are on here?
So guys, that's the other thing. This was broadcast using Google Events as well. So there's comments that go through there, and I've got that on I put that on Twitter. So yeah, Mike, that was great though. Congrats.
Good job, Mike. Good job.
Yeah, he's on Periscope, you guys. He's under Mike _ALLTON, and that's Mike, and that's you on